Google Week 4. This week we're going to be looking at some of the new add-ons and starting to make Google Forms. You'll be able to add questions, look at your live form, view my questionnaire or quiz, whatever I decide to make, and then see the results. You'll be able to practice my questionnaire with the link that I'll post on my document. And you can also use these questionnaires for surveys, for bell work, for assessments, whatever you need to. At the end, you'll be able to set up your own. So first off, I wanted to show you this link up at the top in the red. If you go to this link, it's going to show you all of the videos that I have made so far in Google. So when I open up a new tab, I'm just going to paste it here for you. And I created a playlist for you. There you go. So you can see them all by week over on the side, and you can click and play all and go there as many times as you want. So I'll start posting the videos over here. So you just have the same link from now on. Okay. Next up, I want to look at the new Google Docs with the spreadsheets. So I'm just opening up a document that I've already had before. And so if you look in your Google Docs, they have this new thing called add-ons. And it's pretty similar to what we've seen before under My Drive, where I showed you can go to create and connect to more apps. So this is where all the apps are that you can use for any of your projects that you're working on. But they made specific ones for Google Docs and spreadsheets, and they added them on here. So for example, I was showing my class that this text help one, I can have highlighting tools. And so when I added this one on, I can select the work right here, and I can highlight it in green if I wanted. And that's just an easy way for reading and such. Okay. Another add-on that I found, let me close this out, was the MindMeister. And I thought this was cool because if you have your ideas in a list, I can select the list with the MindMeister and then insert it, and it creates a nice visual for you. Let me try that again. There we go. So I can delete this list, and then it shows my list in this fun little map. So you could do this with a number of different things, but it's just a nice fun way to connect things. So they have a whole bunch of add-ons. You just go to Get Add-on, and then they have like an easy bibliography, and when you click on it, it'll show you like how it works and then how many people have rated it and if they liked it or not. So you just connect this little button, and then you'll be able to use it just like I did. All right, so we're going to get out of there. Everyone's going to go to their drive. I'll close out of my YouTube over there. So we're going to start off with create and form. And they start off with, can you title the form, and we're going to choose a theme. So I'm just going to say that this is my Google trial form. You can name it whatever you want. And you can choose any theme you want. I'm just going to choose the note paper. And then you have your different settings that you can choose. I usually just keep the first one checked. And I've already titled it, which is up here. And then I can create my questions down below. So my first question, if I'm doing this with students, is usually their name. So you could say name, or you can say what is your name. And then down below, if you have a type of question that you can add a little bit of extra, like to help them out, you can type it right here. And then choose what kind of question you want. So text is just a short answer. If you want them to be able to type sentences, a multiple choice, check boxes, and it goes down. This one is something short, so I'm going to click text, and their answer would be pretty short. You can make a required question down here. You can hit done when you're done. Over here is where you edit. So if I need to go back to this, I can. I can copy this question if I want more than one, and I can trash it if I don't like it. So for this one specifically, I'm going to make sure it's required. And I'm done with this specific question, but not done with my form. So I want to add another item. So I can say, how old are you? This specific one, maybe I want to do a range. So I can make it multiple choice or check boxes if I'd like. Check boxes are kind of fun. So I can say, are you 13 to 15? 16 to 18, and I can go from there. 18 plus, whatever it may be. Maybe I make that required. It's totally up to me if I make them required or not. And I can keep adding items as I want. Another function is if you see the little button up here, see how it turned into the arrows? That means I can drag these questions and make them a different order. So I can pull this one on top, so I can make this one first, and then my name at the bottom, and I can flip them again if I want to. So it's a really easy way to create a questionnaire. Then finally down below, I can change this. So on the very last page, you can change to see what they say in the last page. So your response has been recorded is the default. Sometimes I change it to French and I say thank you. And then I'm done with this. So once I'm done, I hit send form, which I'll do in a second, but I wanted to show you some other things. Up at the top, they show you just normal options for forms. So you can obviously open up new ones, move it, you can embed things. But there's some other things that you can practice. So responses, if I'm accepting responses, it'll tell me how many people have taken it. And then down below, I can review the responses. So we'll see that in a second once I get there. If I don't want to accept the responses anymore, I click this button, and that means it's no longer available online. So if I give a quick quiz or a test or something, I don't have to accept them after that period, and then they can't get onto that website. So now that I'm done, I just want to preview my form so I can view what it looks like live. So it's going to open up in a new window, and this is what it looks like. So once somebody takes the quiz, they can start typing out anything that I want them to. So I'm taking the quiz for myself so you can see what it'll look like, and I hit submit. And then there's my merci, thank you. So that's what the quiz will look like for anyone that takes it. And that's when I clicked view live form. So I'm pretty much done with this quiz. I just wanted the 2 questions. So I'm going to hit send form, and you can see that I've already have 1 response. That's what I just took. So when I send form, this is the link right here that I need to use to share it with people. So I'm going to right click or press Control Copy and then hit done. And so that link, and I'll paste it in a new window so you can see, is the link that students can use when I copy it to get to that specific one. So I can put this link on its learning or on my own web page, and all they have to do is click on it and then start taking my quiz. If you need help embedding that, I can show that to you later. So what does it look like once I'm done? So I opened it up, and look at the icon that I'm using. This is the form icon, so pay attention to the icon. Maybe I want to close it so I'm no longer accepting responses. All right. But if you go to your My Drive and looking at the same icon, this is the survey one that I just did, and I can click on this and go back and edit it, which will just where we were at. But it already created a spreadsheet of all the responses that have been taken on this. So it showed me what time the person took it, and then the answers to all the different questions that I've created. And I can change this if I want. So this is a pretty cool function because now I don't have to go through and find all the answers. Everything's in one spreadsheet. So to show you an example, I did one with my French 3s, and so I created this questionnaire. And it was just a quick questionnaire about the vocabulary. That says, my name is, and they were using different questions like, have you ever had a fight with someone? Are you in a bad mood? Things like that. And so then, when the responses came in, I colored it by class so you can see it a little bit easier. So all the green is one class, all the pinks in another, and all the whites in the last one. So I have all 3 classes in one area. I can see who took it and at what time. And then later on I'll show you how to filter it. So one of the questions was, were you in a bad mood? So I filtered it to make it all blue if they said no. So lots of kids were in a bad mood for some reason this day, and then they gave me the responses of why. So it's pretty cool to collaborate and put all their information into one. Okay? So now you know how to add questions, you know how to view the live form for students to answer, and then you can view my questionnaire. So I'll post that questionnaire, a different questionnaire for you to take, and then you can see the results. So I'll share all those with you. So you'll just go to your shared with me, and then you'll see the questionnaire if you want to practice taking mine. So again, when you take it, you want to go into the link that I give you, and I'll give you a link and it'll look like the live form. Oh, I'm not accepting responses, I forgot. So I'll go into the live form and you'll be able to take my quiz if you want. And then I'll also share with you the responses so you can see that your response showed up. just to practice if you want. So now it's your turn. See if you can create your own questionnaire. It can be a survey about anything. You can share it with other people, the link, and then they can take your questionnaire as well. So have fun with it and see what else can you use this for. Can you use it for class? Can you use it for the school? What kind of information do you want to bring in for it? Okay? All right, have fun.